All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Eddie Live Show, episode number 334. I'm here with my longtime good friend, Claretta. How are you?
Hello, welcome.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, actually, when I start my intros, the people actually get mad at this because my intro is "Hello, girls and non-girls."
Okay.
And it's not supposed to be anything like, oh, like political or anything. It's just like, oh, it's easier to. It's I guess it's like something to remember by, but then I got like a lot more people being hateful about it, where they're just like, just say men, bro. Like, why are you being so like, there's only two genders. It's like, I didn't say there isn't, or whatever.
I get this a little bit closer to you. Sorry, I'm just getting that the audio is a bit low on you.
But
okay,
yeah,
perfect.
I've actually, it's interesting to see, like, I think every YouTuber's like intro to something is always like so unique to see like their perspective of how they start their videos and stuff.
It's hard because you feel like, should you do a better job? Should you have like a something funny like hey yo or something, you know, like, or should you just start talking? It's tough. And then you see people that blow up, you know, and their channels are massive.
And it's like, you want to copy them,
and I'm like, should I copy them?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. How did you get your intro?
How did I get my intro? So I'm like old school guy. I remember that back in the day when there used to be like radio. I mean, there still is radio.
The radio, yeah, but not as like.
But not so much anymore. And I used to always love that kind of intro, and I love the old school, these old school looking microphones and stuff. And I just thought I always wanted to have something, and it's just kind of developed over time. I feel it's not 100% yet, but.
I mean, I think it's really good. I think it sounds very official.
Okay.
I mean, it's like originally mine was. So in, you know, the cartoon show My Little Pony?
Of course, I have a girl, yeah.
Yeah, so every time they say, instead of saying everybody, they say every pony.
Oh yeah, that's
so
awesome.
I used to be like, oh, hello, every pony, but I was just like, everyone does that. I'm not gonna, and then I tried to like make my specific brand just like the girls and non-girls, which I thought was, I don't know, funny, but like, at least it's, even if people are being hateful, any kind of publicity is publicity, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, the hateful stuff is. I can't imagine people being hateful. You're so chill. That's weird.
I think. Well,
people get weird. People get jealous.
I think different types of like social media have different types of audience because of how their algorithm is tailored to you.
Okay.
Like mainly where I get hate comments are on YouTube Shorts and Instagram. Because their algorithm isn't specifically tailored to you specifically as much as like stuff like TikTok, because with like it's to a wider audience. They want to push it out to everyone. So they're gonna get people that aren't really into my stuff getting recommended to them. They're like, what is this shit? And I'm just like, you're on, like, I remember I posted a piece of art and I was like, oh, I'm about to open a merch store, and then there were people being like, who are you? And I'm like, you're on my page.
That's crazy.
Why are you asking me who I am? It's just, but yeah, I think it's developed. I think honestly, like intros kind of remind me of like drag names in a way, where it's like how you introduce yourself to people. Like when they hear your intro, they're like, oh, I can kind of get what kind of person you're gonna be. Like there's obviously a lot of drag queens where it's like a very like sensual or like feminine name, and you're like, okay, they're like a man dressing up as a woman. That's like their whole gig. But then one of my favorite drag queens, their name is Bob the Drag Queen. It's just Bob the Drag Queen.
Good name.
So obviously it's like you're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're a funny queen, right? You're trying to bring that. I think when my first like introduction to intros, I've always watched YouTube like growing up. So, you know, intros.
YouTube generation, right? Yeah.
Of course, it's where I learned my English.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it's. I remember like in junior high, where because I speak fluently, people assume that I learned English like in America or whatever. They'll ask me like grammar rules, like, oh, why does this vowel go here? I'm like, I have no idea. This is just, it just sounds good.
Don't worry, I don't know either. So yeah.
You learned it. You should know.
Well, I mean, how much did you learn in school?
But that's the thing is that I think English in Taiwan is so much like, it's like kindergarten levels in junior high. Okay. And it's like.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know if you've looked at the textbooks. It's like really compared to like Chinese and English, the level is so like beyond each other. Like no wonder like these students can't really communicate to anybody like after school.
Well, it's always, you know, the first thing that they learn is, you know, how are you? I'm fine, thank you, and you, right? And it's always like, you know, you see a kid falls down. I remember when I taught kindergarten, this kid would fall down and he's just like bleeding. He's like, I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, oh, I'm fine, thank you, and you. I'm just like, you're not fine. You're like, what's
Yeah.
going on with you, dude? You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
It's they don't talk like humans. It's the memorization, right?
I
But
think that's a huge part of school in Taiwan,
yeah.
memorization.
It's not
Yeah.
just English, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like everything. That's how they teach everything. It's like, oh, if you memorize these patterns,
Yeah.
then that's how you're going to be able to advance. But if you have a very bad memory like me, you're not going to retain any of the information, you know?
I think that everybody learns in different ways, and to put everyone in a box to just say learn this way is not the best way of teaching anything.
Yeah, I think that's very much I don't know if it's like a Chinese way, but like a Taiwanese mindset of like the correct person is in these boxes, and if you stray, then you will need to like find the way to go back into the central learning path, which is like if you're like a lot of I remember like a lot of teachers, I would be able to communicate with them and they're like, okay, so you're not incompetent, you're not stupid, you just can't do the grades. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with me, I can't fit into the way that like other people are learning in that way, you know?
I think that like we were saying, it's like, for example, my daughter goes to local school,
Yeah.
right? She went through local school kindergarten all the way up till junior high, and now she's doing like the half local and then a half homeschool,
yeah.
which is going pretty good. We talk about that a bit later. But yeah, I think that even the English, like when she was in there full time, she's reading Harry Potter when she was like 8.
Yeah.
You know, like you were the same, right? You're reading and you're enjoying stuff. Meanwhile, your tests are, the ABCs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
And then so they would have like some questions that will be maybe past the ABCs, but the questions would be, like multiple choice. And technically, if you knew the language well, 3 of 4 of them were technically correct.
Technically true, like, because
Yeah.
human beings, there's no
Yeah.
correct answer.
Exactly.
You're just like,
one of them would just be like, he likes chocolate on Wednesdays, which is like way off. And then the other 3 could be right.
Yeah.
So she would not get, hundreds on her tests, and everyone's like, oh my God, you didn't get 100 on your
know.
English test? So you probably
Yeah.
went through that,
Yeah, I mean-
right? That's crazy.
it's the thing is like
Yeah.
what they want you to memorize.
Yeah.
Like for me, I can.
It's B.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, or specifically how you pronounce it. I remember getting corrected the way I say tomato.
Okay.
My teacher
Tomato?
wanted me to say tomato because that was the way that he was taught, and he's like, well,
That's interesting.
yeah, because like that was one of the things is that I obviously my school always sent me out for the English 朗读比赛, like
sure.
competitions and stuff,
Yeah.
and so they would correct my like speaking and be like, oh, you have to say it in the Taiwanese English way, and I'm just like, but that's not what sounds correct in my brain, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna have to spend extra effort to sound specifically like you, which I think is honestly like speaks to a lot of like Taiwan's education is just like you spend a lot of time to be educated in the way that the teacher was taught to be. It's not like actually learning or consuming the information in that way.
100%. Like my daughter, she'll go in, and she said that at her school apparently there's the English teacher's a foreigner, so he speaks like Western English.
Yeah.
But then when they have the tests, they're written by Taiwanese and they're given by Taiwanese, so the test is completely different
Yeah,
from
what they're being taught.
So even like my daughter doesn't get like full
Yeah.
marks on it, which I mean I don't care. But
Honestly, I
yeah.
thought she was doing full homeschool. How's like a half?
So the half, what it is she goes there for Chinese and she goes there for math.
Okay.
Because these two I'm completely I'm like speaking Chinese is okay, but I mean this is nothing compared to that.
Yeah.
So I thought for the first year we'll keep like our foot in the door.
Not completely.
Yeah, like math is probably my worst subject. So then like these two I'm like,
I mean,
can
at
go
least
there.
you're aware,
Yeah, oh, for sure.
I think like for homeschooling, because I
Yeah.
did homeschooling
Yeah.
when I was in second grade.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a parent that really cares about what you're learning, or like knows what they're doing, or
Yeah.
else like, because it's all in their hands, right?
Yeah, sure.
So it's like if they fuck up, who are you gonna report to? There's no
exactly.
HR or like teachers association.
It's
like
true, it's true.
Exactly. So it's like if your parent is pissed off that day, they don't want to talk to you. I guess there's no class that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I guess.
For me, I don't know if I would have done it like 10 years ago, but now because of AI and like ChatGPT and like Gemini and stuff, I use it quite a bit, and that's able to kind of help a lot. I don't know what your opinion on AI is.
I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, please do. I'd want to know everything. But I mean, as opposed to me having to memorize history, like I use it to, like, it helps me a lot.
It's just
Shoot. Yeah. I know I'm gonna be like
no. It's just AI has been very much proven a lot of times to be incorrect.
Sure.
In stuff like that, and also, like, there have been studies about AI psychosis. Do you know what that is?
Do not. Tell me about it.
A lot of people who have been like using AI very consistently have ended up being kind of like subconsciously being manipulated by the AI to isolate themselves from their friends and stuff like that. And also the amount of water and environmental damage that AI is doing.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. It uses a lot of water to specifically like cool down their computer systems.
Like when Bitcoin was Bitcoin mining sort of thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
very
or
similar like
worse?
that.
I
Well, so
have no idea.
in America right now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if this is the right statistic, but it used as much water as water bottling companies, like, for an entire year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it is a large amount of water, and they can't use like salt water or anything like that. It's like drinkable water. So they are like taking away the resources that is already.
Oh, wow, that's
like,
interesting.
Yeah,
Didn't know
and
that.
it is like, especially like stuff with Gemini, there's so many things that are incorrect. With like learning, I think it is definitely taking away, like, with the way that you're using it, I can understand that kind of perspective, but it is taking away a lot of like critical thinking skills away from people, right? Like, people will ask like, oh, what is the weather like today? And it's like, you can search it up on Google, like or you have a weather app. There are people that are doing these things, or like where AI, the reason why AI, have you ever noticed like almost every company is putting AI in everything now?
Yeah, for sure. It's everywhere.
It's because like it's kind of similar to when electricity was first invented. They needed to invent more reasons to use electricity.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they're kind of pushing AI into everything because it needs to be worth like powering their AI systems. You know what I mean? So it's like AI in everything, like Google, like AI overview, everything. And it's like most of, like, in my experience, 60 times, 5 times out of 10, it's incorrect.
Okay.
When I'm specific, like, obviously generally, like, obvious facts about like, oh, the world, sure. But if it's going into specifics, and also another thing is because with overviews, they are taking away like the reason why like stuff like Wikipedia or specific websites, they're able to stay up is because they generate money from you clicking on their website.
Sure, I know
but it's
this.
removing that,
Yeah,
right?
sure,
That
I know
step.
about this.
So
Yep.
so it's like they're not gaining any money from that specific.
It's kind of hoarding the money.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
And it's like oftentimes I will be searching up about us because I'm very into like fandoms and very nerdy stuff, and I'll search up and I'll be like, oh, was Haymitch in this episode? And they'll be like, yes, he was. And because it's a language model, so it's trying to agree with you.
Sure, for sure.
But it'll be wrong. It's like, no, it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I am very much, I think that
against AI.
Against AI.
Okay.
I think that it's not even real artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
It's like we call it that, like that's the buzzword name, but it's not actually intelligent. It's you can't create anything newer than we've already made.
Got
it. It's basically just being a very like a professional thief.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's
yeah.
like taking information that other people have written, especially like stuff with ChatGPT, where they'll be like rewriting stuff. They have been scraping websites of literature where other people uploaded their original work and don't have enough money to like copyright their own work.
Sure, for
yeah,
sure.
you know, so like there's a specific thing with art is that whenever you like generate, AI art, don't you ever notice like it's a very generic art style?
For sure.
But that's because they're taking so many different types of art styles and mixing it together. So now there have been even more evil people where they train a specific art style on one specific artist.
Okay.
And then taking all of that, and then you can write in prompts. So it's not like all of art. It's like, oh, just you specifically. I'm going to steal your art so I don't have to commission you.
Ah, that's crazy. No, so when I talk about using it, we use it for like for teaching. I don't just let her jump on it and be like, hey, spend 8 hours on AI. Obviously I wouldn't do that, but it's kind of like an assistant for me and then it kind of assists her when, like, for example, math homework. I can't help with that. Like my math is crap. So she will take a picture and be like, okay, you know, explain this to me. She has like her own like custom GPT that'll be like, break it down without giving her the answer. That's all. I mean, that's what we use. Yeah, yeah.
I know. It's
I can't do it. I mean, if I hire a tutor here, it's gonna be expensive, and you know, it's a person, and you got to hire them and bring them in, and then you got to find a reputable one, and then you got to find someone you can leave alone with your kid, which is like, you know, I'm like,
yeah, but it's also the thing is like with AI, it's like you don't know what they're teaching them is like in the correct
for sure
way.
I don't. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So that's also the risk is like, oh, you don't know what like if the tutor is reputable, well, you don't know if the AI is reputable either.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's all new, right?
Yeah.
Vibe coding and all that. And you probably looked at all that stuff, right? I'm curious your opinion now about everything.
I get confronted about AI almost every single day because like, well, it started with NFTs, right?
Yeah.
Where people were taking my friend's art, taking like random artists' art, and just putting it in NFTs and then like making money off of it. And it's like, well, I didn't agree to this. And it's like, what are you going to do about it? Because it's unregulated, right?
Sure.
So there's nothing you can really do if you're not like a big company like stuff like Ghibli and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or like Marvel.
Even those guys, right? Even there was one point where everybody was making the Ghibli characters,
but
right?
They were.
Did they shut that down?
I think they tried to sue them. I don't know if it's gone through yet. I mean, you know how like lawsuits have taken so long.
Oh yeah, and that was. I didn't even remember until you mentioned it. Yeah. It's crazy.
It makes me so sad because it's like, it's taking away so many jobs from.
Oh sure, for sure.
Specific like, I know so many like YouTubers who originally they were doing like educational videos for children, where they would just animate like very like simple animation, but it's taking away those things man. Where teachers are like, oh, well, I can just generate
Did
this
you get your burrito? Ice cream burrito? Yeah. Thanks, brother.
It's like I can just generate this random AI animation.
Sure.
Why do I have to spend the money?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And specifically with like, you know, the U.S. doesn't have I don't know how to say this in English, like a government funded system for art, right? I think like a lot of countries do have like
I didn't know that.
They support like government funded art, right?
Sure.
Like films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think that with AI art, it's definitely started to push, kind of pushing out like the importance of art, where they're like, oh, well, it's easier to generate it. Where it's like, I don't think that's the point of art. I think it's like.
Yeah.
If you see an art piece, and I think it goes back to a lot of people misunderstanding like what art is. It's like it's I think it's the human part of it, like the experience, the mistakes, and everything that makes art, in my opinion.
Of course.
Instead of like visually, oh, it's stunning, okay, but like, what is it trying to say? It's not trying to say anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a picture.
And obviously. You've been doing your art for a long time, right? Tell me about your art. For the people that don't know, maybe give a little intro about your art, and then let's shoot
well,
on your art.
I do digital art and digital animation on YouTube and Instagram mainly. I don't really do Twitter much anymore, even though I do upload sometimes, just because of how much of a hellhole it is right now. But I have been uploading consistently since I was, I think, 12 years old. Online, like I started doing digital art on my phone with my finger, and like drawing on the apps with my finger.
That's awesome.
And I would take screenshots of the art and put it in a video platform to make it move. Very ugly stuff.
Okay.
But
no, but you were 12. That's amazing.
I mean, it's like. Once I started finding a community online, like that's like the trajectory where you see other people doing that. I'm like, oh, I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like searching up tutorials or how do I specifically do that? And it's still going. I mean, like a lot of younger artists still use their phone to draw stuff and animate stuff. I mean, my best friend doesn't even have an iPad. He is like the same age as me, and he draws these beautiful pieces on his phone.
Okay.
Like, he just makes animations and art. I mean.
Hold on one sec here. Hola. Sorry, that drives me. Everybody's looking at the door, and these guys will walk away. So yeah, no, I get it. No, I understand that. I think that you were talking about, you know, the YouTube as a, you know, starting from a young age. My daughter's similar, right? Like she had her YouTube channel for since she was little, and it was funny that anytime we pull out a camera since she was like 5. She would say, she didn't even know what it meant, but she'd be like, don't forget to like and subscribe, right?
Yeah.
And it's like every kid knows that. And it's amazing. So do you think that AI is or will affect kind of all of that stuff?
I mean, I
don't want to go off on AI, but
Yeah,
I'm curious your opinion. Yeah.
I think it's definitely infected a lot of spaces where it feels like we can't really escape it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything like expertly about this, but I do know that like people have
because
said,
you're an artist.
Yeah.
So I don't want to cut you off, but you're an artist and you've been doing it, amazing art for a long time. I have some pictures loaded up. We'll look at them in a sec. And
I don't know which pieces that they
no,
are.
that's good. I know. And I just think that, yeah, like AI seems to be affecting everything for sure. And even for me, if I'm watching like a YouTube video, sometimes I'll like doom scroll once in a while, right? And there's some videos that are AI and they're just so horrible.
I mean,
I didn't want to look at them. They just look so fake.
Yeah, because
right?
it's theft, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, I remember there was this guy who wanted to do an AI YouTube channel to get automated money, but he didn't want to say it outright, so he was just like, oh, you know, you said that how many views you needed to get to like make money on YouTube? Oh, I have a friend who really wants to do like automated content.
Asking for a friend.
And it's like, it puts me off immediately.
Of course,
because
yeah.
if I see a video and it's talking about an important topic and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm interested. Like, oh, the Chernobyl accident, or like there's like the elephant's foot or whatever, and then I immediately see AI art. I'm just like, well, you clearly don't respect the art process. I'm not able to have a genuine conversation about art with somebody who uses like AI generative art, because I know that AI didn't specifically create that art. It was basically a collage of
ripping
off other people. Right? And even though that they're like, people are like, oh, but human beings do that. It's like, but it's different because a human being is doing that in an artistic way where they have a intention of like what I'm collaging. Like if I put this specific picture here and I put this eye here, what does that mean to that person?
Sure.
But with AI, a lot of the times it's just about making money. You know what I mean? There's no like actual reason.
Well, like pretty much every day, I'll be on if I'm on YouTube or something, there'll be, YouTube AI automated channels. You just make money in your sleep, and then if you look at those channels, they're horrible. They do get views, some of them, but it's crazy.
It's like there is this channel like this cinema like they review cinema like every day, and then somebody saw that and they ripped the entire thing. So they basically ripped the script and ripped their voice and ripped the way that they edited it. So people would like comment on it and be like, is this the same channel? I was like, no, that's an entire different person seeing that they got views and then just created
crazy.
A clone of them. Which is, it's like crazy that that's not illegal. You know what I mean? That they can take your likeness, they can take your editing style, they can take everything from you and just be like, oh, it doesn't matter if it's just a little bit more shitty. Who cares about the mistakes, right? You know what I mean?
Even if it's 10%, you didn't do anything, right?
Like,
it's bad. Yeah, no, I get it.
I think that people have kind of lost the judginess of like quality. They're just like, who cares? It's slop. I'm just
AI slop.
Exactly, and it's so that word actually comes from.
No idea where it comes from, but I hear it like.
Do you know what
day.
4chan is?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's an anonymous forum board that has been on the internet for a long time, and there are a lot of like racist and anti-Semitic or pedophilic people on it.
Oh wow!
And that they are like very delusional people, but because it's all anonymous, you don't really know who it is. So a lot of people are on it, and a lot of words from slang is actually from there. Originally, it was like a very delusional and horrible word, but it's been diluted into the mainstream media.
It's normal.
Yeah. So
Normalized.
the word slop actually comes from them having this conspiracy theory that Jewish people were putting slop into like injecting propaganda of like Jewish propaganda into media, so they would call it like slop, as in referring to that. But now it's taken, like it's been diluted so much to just refer to anything that is like low effort, low quality, like stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know.
Wow. Oh my God. No, I didn't know any of that.
No, sorry. I don't mean to.
No, it's great.
No.
Actually, I'm actually happy to have you here chatting because I think that's
like,
cool. I love the perspective.
I've had that conversation with my friends a lot, where it's like, so many words in our slang come from such dark places. Is it still okay to use them? And I think it's still okay to use them. It's just like because they've been removed from their past, right? Like
Yeah.
reclaiming the word.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not using it in a derogatory way, I think that it is just very interesting how many words have such dark past that you would never know.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But speaking of the past, let's talk a little bit about how you grew up.
Yeah.
If that's
Yeah.
cool, can
Yeah,
we
yeah,
pivot
yeah,
a
of
bit
course.
on that? Or else I could talk about AI all day.
No,
But,
yeah.
yeah. But
What
no,
specifically?
just I mean, obviously, you grew up in Taiwan, born and raised.
Yes.
Right. What was that like? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I said like earlier that I was homeschooled
Yeah.
because my mother and stepfather moved to Taidong, and they at the time weren't planning to put me into a school. They were just like, oh, we had all these plans to do like hiking and like all these nature like things.
Which everybody's plans that, right? And it doesn't
Yeah.
happen.
We lived in this like do you know what tiepi is? It's like those
No, I
like
don't.
it's like metal, but it's like metal sheets that are like this on roofs.
Oh, I know what that is. Yes.
Yeah, so we
TFP,
lived
that'd be
in-
like an iron skin or
Yeah,
steel
yeah,
skin
yeah.
or something.
So we lived in a completely iron box, like which was a kind of like a garage.
I understand exactly what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. In Taidong, and it's so hot. We
Must
were
be
like
hot,
we were near
yeah.
the like honestly, I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say that like I think that like heat makes people much angrier than they
For sure.
were before. Like
Yeah.
I like a lot of like the fights that my parents had were honestly from the heat, just because like
imagine.
they're so annoyed and like itchy and
Yeah.
like sweaty. There's no AC, right?
Because you're it makes sense because you're kind of irritable,
Yeah.
right? Like you're like, I'm hot,
Yeah, itchy,
tired, I'm
sweaty,
itchy
sticky,
and wet,
yeah.
sticky. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay, interesting.
And
yeah.
like, so what I did was 2 weeks. So 2 weeks in Taipei and 2 weeks in Taidong.
I'm just gonna move this a little bit closer. I don't want
Yeah.
keep going. I don't want to cut you off. Keep going.
And at the time, my dad was really concerned about like how I would go like back to back, and so at first I took the plane by myself when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
Which was from like. So from Taipei, I would take the train. But the thing is, my mom and my stepfather didn't have any money to send me on the plane, so they
Gotcha.
would take me on the train.
Okay.
So they would just put me on the train without a phone,
Yeah. No
or
phones.
just by
Okay.
myself, like taking the train. And it was, looking back, it's no wonder I had imaginary friends. I think I would be bored to death if I mean, I had no way to entertain myself, really.
Understand.
You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, I would.
And you were
gosh.
8.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And I remember, like, there would be random people. Thank God Taiwan is so safe.
I was gonna say,
Because, like-
luckily-ish, Taiwan
I
is
know.
so safe.
There
right?
was this like there would be people where they're like they actually took me to my dad's like workplace, being like, why didn't you pick up to
Okay,
like
yeah.
because my dad wouldn't like come to the train station to pick me up.
Oh really?
Like
you
so
like,
so
oh.
I would have to take the MRT by myself to like Tianmu. So I am very well versed in Taipei's
MRT system.
MRT system and like train system.
That's awesome.
I know, like the red line, I can just think and I know where
You know
which
them
one
all.
is. Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, and my dad thought the airplane was safer, but then he also started running out of money, so they both did the
Gotcha.
train. But like my stepfather is like he has a lot of ideas to teach people, but he doesn't really like. He's a very I don't know, his mood is like very shifty, so like he'll
Gotcha.
say like all these ideas he wants to do, but then if he's feeling pissed off, he just won't do any of them. So
Gotcha.
like I barely learned like my times tables or
Okay.
like Taiwanese like language or anything. All I learned was kind of just to stop my parents from killing each other.
Gotcha.
Like DMV, like
The communication skills.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't really learn anything from there, but in third grade I was enrolled into an actual normal like elementary school
Okay.
in Taidong because
Do
we
you
moved.
remember it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell you. I mean, so we talked. You know, like again, like I put my daughter in the regular school system, and then first year of junior high, and then those are like 12, 13-hour days.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's. How can I say it? Anyways, I try to like simplify it, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's working. I don't
Yeah.
think that.
For people
that-
that it works really well.
It's a very small percentage of
But
people.
to
that
people
will
that
thrive.
don't work,
Yeah.
then it doesn't work at all.
there's a very small percentage of people that will thrive
in those environments.
And that's not me. I mean, I probably would have been like a local gangster or something if I was born and raised here.
Yeah.
My daughter she didn't do that great in it. Like her marks were just scraping by, but like burnt out, doesn't want to do anything because she's doing like 12 hours of school.
I mean,
right?
it takes away all your
crazy.
energy. It's
like
doesn't
want to do anything.
You never want to have fun anymore. It's like I just want to sleep.
Yeah, basically.
You know?
Yeah. And you don't get enough sleep when you're doing schoolwork all day.
And
then,
so early. Like, you get there so early, and then
agreed.
you come home so late. Like, compared to other schools where I hear, like, oh, they get out at 3. I'm like, you get out at 3?
That's crazy.
Like, in junior high, we get out at, like, 5:30.
Yeah,
You
and
know
then
what
you still got bushiban,
Yeah,
and
bushiban,
Hanshinban, whatever,
like, cram
right?
school, whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, especially the cram school of it all.
Yeah, tell me
When
about
you
that.
have, like, other students that are all in cram schools except you, and so they've learned this in winter vacation already. So they know the entire curriculum.
Yeah.
By winter vacation, so they don't actually need to study anything, so they're next to you just like bothering each other, and you're actually trying to concentrate, and then the teacher's like, oh, I guess I don't need to teach anything because the cram school has done all of the work. And it's like it's definitely
No, I've seen, like, it's I don't want bad mouth to the teachers or anything, but I know that. So I remember when she went from grade 6, to grade, her marks were, I mean, they were never great. They were kind of like on the cusp, 40, 50, right? One of these, right? Not even. I would have been happy with one of those, right? I mean, I don't care about the marks, but basically she went into junior high, and then on the first test of junior high, everybody, all the kids in the whole class, like 90% just bombed. Mm-hmm. And there was a letter sent home or a message, probably lying, I can't remember. My wife showed it to me, and it was like, this is junior high, this is not elementary school, you guys got to up your game because blah, blah, blah. And it's just like ripping into the kids. And my wife was like, starts kind of like ripping into my daughter. I'm like, well, hold on. Who failed? Only her, or did everybody fail?
You know, I think it's
right.
Do you mind if I talk about something darker?
Please.
Like the school that your daughter went to, like somebody committed suicide there. Like, if
oh yeah, that's common, I think.
I know, but like if these things happen so often and such a high rate, maybe it's not the students themselves, and maybe it's the system. You know what I mean? Like, they have so little care for the actual students' well-being until something happens.
Yeah.
Like,
you get buhao-istas after
I know.
that.
I think a lot of like Taiwanese authority kind of mindset is that they will not do anything until something happens. Like, they will try to fix it after something happens. Like, I remember talking to my godfather where he was like saying that he saw like a policeman standing here, and then somebody riding a motorcycle. It was supposed to, like, everyone's going this way, and they went that way. And and he's like, "Are you gonna do something?" He's like, "Well, nothing has happened yet, so I can't really do anything."
Yeah.
And it's like, that's kind of similar to like mental health or like stuff with like grades, where I think a big part of it is the parents. Like, it's so important that your parents care about your grades, because if they don't, like, my parents didn't care at all.
Yeah.
Like, my parents did not care one single bit. I don't think any of my parents have seen my grades because they don't care about it.
Yeah.
And so without that, they don't have a pressure point for you. Like, so like every time a kid was misbehaving, the teacher would just be like, "I'm going to tell your parents." And for me, when I was starting to fail, and it wasn't that I didn't want to, it was just genuinely I couldn't. And then they were like, oh, I'm going to tell your parents. And they did tell my parents, and my mom's like, I don't care.
Okay.
Like, I care about my like, if she doesn't want to go to school, she's not going to go to school. And they're like, okay, I'm going to print out your report card to show you all the zeros. Maybe that'll convince you more.
Okay.
And it's like, well, because both of my parents are very like lax when it comes to school and stuff like that.
They seem it,
Yeah, so it's like that pressure doesn't really work in my household, because like my parents have never had that kind of expectation for me. They want me to do whatever I want to do.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for
so
the teachers,
like it was like a lacking of a structure kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's the teachers were it's kind of hard because it's all built on the guilt from the parents.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Sure.
It's like, oh, your parents are paying such good money for you to go to cram school, go to such good colleges,
Yeah.
So if you don't study well, that's on you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's built for very uniformed kids.
Yeah.
And if you're not part of, and I think that happens to a lot of mixed kids. I mean, like I've heard so
Yes.
many situations of like people coming to me and being like, what am I supposed to do? My daughter
Yeah.
can't fit into the system. And I'm like, I don't know, I failed. Like I dropped out. I don't know what to, like, they're like, can you give me some advice? And I'm like, I'm really not the, the good example. I think I'm a good example of what failed.
I think you're a good example, though. I don't think you should put yourself down. I think that what you're doing now is amazing. I think that you had a rough go, but you have to play the cards that you've got, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true.
I 100% get it.
I mean, it's like, I think, like, if I didn't really pick myself up by my bootstraps, specifically with the internet stuff, I don't know where I would be. Seriously, like that's like people always, they're like, you're so independent. Like your parents must have taught you so well. I'm like, girl, that was not from my parents teaching me. Like,
That's funny.
I think that's definitely something, because my mom was in an abusive relationship for
Gotcha.
9 years, and so during that time she was basically not mothering me.
Yeah.
So I had to basically teach myself how to grow up and like teach myself and like protect myself.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that. And so that kind of built in, like, a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's really good, right? That you know how to do all these things. But I don't think so. I think that there's definitely a role that your parents play that it's important that they play. You know what I mean? That they kind of teach you about the world instead of like you having to like, it's like your parents should tell you that the stove is hot before you go touch it and burn yourself.
Sure. Yeah,
You know what I mean? I obviously, like, I think
that's definitely a part. You have to be, as a parent, that's,
yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to, that's supposed to be that's your main thing,
It's
I think,
a pendulum, right?
Yeah,
Because
for
like,
sure.
like with my parents' my parents' parents,
Got it.
they were very strict
Sure.
and tight on my mom.
Yeah.
And like my mom couldn't even go to school by herself until college.
Wow. Okay.
So like she was walked to school and taken to school every single day. And she like became like this very like 胆小, like very shy person where like she couldn't even quit her first job because she was scared. So her mom would do it for her.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
my mom never wanted me to become somebody that was too sheltered that way.
Okay.
So
I understand.
in that being pushed too tight, she ended up like pushing now
you
I have a
too
really
far.
good relationship with my mom and dad, but she acknowledges like a lot of the stuff that because she was pushed too hard, she ended up like not like she kind of treated me as like a friend, like a college friend,
Gotcha.
than her kid, and it ended up just being like she was just like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. And I'm just like, I want you to be my mom. And she's like, well, I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? And I think like that's also, I've always said that like why, like I think a lot of like people that end up in abusive relationships, it's because of how their parents treat them.
Sure.
Like if their parents are very controlling, they end up looking for someone like it's a very attractive trait if like you find someone who's also very controlling. They're like, oh, I don't have to think for myself.
Because it's normal.
Yeah,
It's normal
You're
for
falling
you.
back into your like normalcy when you like as a kid and stuff like that. And even if they're like telling you something that is like horrible, you're gonna follow along because you're like, oh, they know what's best for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a something that you've seen and something that's been normal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand. It's tough. It's tough to be a parent for sure. Obviously, I have my daughter, and my wife and I have kind of like very different ways. I mean, I'm sure your parents did as well. And so I think we do try to, I don't want to say I don't care about the marks, but I'm like, I want you to, you have to do it. You got to put the work in.
I mean,
you got to get it done.
It's like, it's also difficult is that like, if in Taiwan everything is like, if you put a wheelbarrow through like the dirt, it's already been set path so hard. Like if you want to set your own path, it's gonna take so much more work to slide through the dirt and like make your own path. Because I think even like the way that you choose your specific careers, like even with art and music, if you want to do art and music, you have to decide when you're in kindergarten. You know what I mean?
That's
like
crazy.
you have to start like going to cram school and studying all of these things, getting tutors. You can't just suddenly wake up in junior high and be like, oh, you know what? I want to be a musician, because there's specific schools for that. There's specific teaching that you have to do and studies that you have to do.
Yeah.
I think compared to like other countries where you can kind of like it's much easier for you to switch your passion.
You take like electives, and then,
Yeah.
and for example, if I had to choose what I wanted to do when I was 12, I'd be screwed. Like even as an adult, you still
Yeah,
you don't know what you're doing.
I mean,
you know?
I've heard so many Americans say that
Yeah.
it's kind of irresponsible that we let 17-year-olds choose their biggest financial decision in their
crazy.
lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like talk about kindergartners, like thinking
Yeah.
about like, oh, this is my entire life now. I cannot like grow up with my interests and change with it.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like
Which
my
is crazy.
like my godfather, he studied psychology
Yeah.
for until like almost the 4th year of college, and
Yeah.
then he immediately switched to music. And he was just like, you know, I'm interested in music now, and he could do that, but I
Yeah.
don't think you could ever do that in Taiwan. You know what I mean? Like technically
No.
you can, but like it's very much not set for you.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do a very specific thing,
Well,
you have to start from the.
I think here, it's kind of like that back home as well, but here I believe it's like in junior high you have to start like thinking about it, and then high school you have to go to a specific high school for
Yeah.
certain things.
Even in junior high, there's
Yeah.
specific schools
Yeah.
for like art and music and sports.
Okay.
Like I remember like them telling me
Sports,
it's like
there's even elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy.
which it's crazy,
That's
by the way.
crazy.
Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's insane that they
Yeah.
have that. I think that like because like as a kid you're so idealistic. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna be a fireman, or
I
I'm
thought I
gonna
was
be.
gonna be. I wanted to be an astronaut.
Me too.
Did you?
Yeah, but then I realized you have to do math, and I didn't want to do that.
Same.
I didn't wanna do
oh
that.
Oh my god, yeah.
In kindergarten, I actually went to a half Mandarin, half Japanese.
Oh, nice. No. Yes, nice. Sounds good. Sounds good.
It was nice. I mean, it's very interesting because also like the Japanese students, like they graduate almost like a few months before you.
Okay.
So like they graduate first, and we're just like, I guess we're just a bunch of Taiwanese kids here
Just hanging out.
because they're all going to the international Japanese school. So
Got it.
their system is a little different. But yeah, it was very interesting. The only reason why I went there was because they were the only kindergarten that had vegetarian options. When I was
Okay.
born, like
Gotcha.
the original kindergarten I went to, they only had soda crackers for the vegetarian student. So I hate soda
crazy.
crackers now.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they would be having like this delicious like curry,
Yeah,
and I would
yeah.
just be like one soda cracker, just like I guess. And my mom was so mad. My mom was just like, no, we're taking you to a new school. So
Okay.
I think with international schools, you're much more used to having like, you know, like vegetarian options or like, you know, dietary restrictions and stuff
Sure,
like that.
of course.
But yeah, with Taiwan, you don't really see that as much, I feel. With like, I feel like in America or like more Western countries, there's more like modifications to food and stuff
For
like that.
sure. Yeah.
Where in Taiwan, you just don't go to that place.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
like oh, like you can't go to a burger place and be like, oh, can we like replace the burger with something else? And they're like, why are you here?
Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
that's
well,
true.
if you can't eat Neo, why are you here? Like, go eat somewhere else then. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I,
No.
I think that's definitely different. I've thought about making a video about that, but I'm too lazy.
You should. You should.
It's
I
like
think.
the-
I think you. Yeah.
The
I
different
love your
like
stuff. Yeah.
food customaries, like you know, like stuff like that. Because like I've noticed when I go out to eat with my dad or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like my dad is much more chit chatty with the barista and stuff
Your
like
dad
that.
loves to chat. For
Yeah,
Sure.
but I
Yeah.
think a lot of baristas, they're very not used. They're just like, I'm just here to do my job. I don't want to talk.
That's Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
very big part of Taiwan where it's just like, this isn't part of my job. I don't get tipped to talk to you.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to do my job and make the food.
But it's also like you were saying, everybody kind of goes through that same system of, you know, don't ask questions, don't make mistakes, and then that creates like really shy people. And you were saying that
Yes.
your mom was shy and she wanted you to be outgoing. I understand that a little bit because when I grew up, I was super shy, and all the way actually until I came to Taiwan when I was 23, I was just like super shy. And so when I had my daughter, I'm like, I missed so many opportunities as a shy person because I'm like, I get asked even now. I don't know if I'm shy or antisocial now, but I get invited to a lot of things, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going. I don't want to go. And they're like,
I mean, you have a very social job, I think.
So that's
It
true.
zaps out all of your like.
So I do
energy.
this a lot, and it's good, and I have to be the super social butterfly guy, and it's good, and I enjoy it. But I also like sometimes at the end of the day, like after a podcast and stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna go home and put like a movie on, and my wife will start talking. I'm like, it's Tuesday night, it's podcast day. I don't
Yeah.
want to talk.
It's just
I'm
like,
done.
I don't have
Yeah.
energy. I think
I enjoy this.
That's
I love
like,
it.
I
Yeah.
think that's the thing that
Yeah.
I've always had a misconception about that I've only recently understood. It's like you can be an introvert, but like a social introvert, where it's like it's like you. Because like an introvert and introvert is just you regain your social battery when you're alone, but you can still want to be around people.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Or like an extrovert who just gets energy from other people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But like they prefer to be alone.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Like, I think like I always feel like a kind of like I grew up kind of feeling like a chameleon. Like I would have my own like friends, but where I grew up, there wasn't like other Mexicans, right? So, you know, you would kind of go into like these different groups of people, and you'd kind of like be a chameleon, and you mix in with these guys and these guys, and so it's a good skill. It's been good. It's been great here. Like, you know, I'll speak Spanish with like Latinos, and then you know I'll speak, you know, American English with, you know, the Americans that come in and the Canadians, and then I'll speak Chinese with the Taiwanese people, and it's good. It's very good. But then, you know, sometimes at the end of the day, I'm definitely like, oh, man, I don't want to talk to anybody.
Like you definitely like spend more energy because you're trying to like gauge what kind of situation. I mean, like when I talk to, I only until recently, when I like started dating my fiance, where I actually had to start talking to more Taiwanese people because I would have to rent houses and stuff like that. And so at first I was like really shy, and then to the 30th house I was just like, yeah, okay, we want a room. No, okay, bye. It's just like very. Just now when we came in, I still have a very English interpretation of Chinese where I said, oh, you're going to buy us dinner. I said it literally like 买我们的晚餐. Like,
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then she was like, your Chinese is so English, and I'm like, I know, but I don't know how to change it.
That's funny.
I know, it's just like or stuff like 关灯, like close the light.
Yeah, close the light.
Or like eat your medicine.
Yeah. No, I think
people
it's funny.
always are like correcting me about like, what are you talking about? It's
funny.
Turn off the light, not close. And like, whatever, you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I also feel like with my Chinese, I learned it by just like mimicking, mirroring / mocking how people talk, and that's how I learned mine. And then some people will be like, oh my gosh, your Chinese is so good. And I'll be like, it's because I'm making fun of everyone that I talk to, basically. You know, that's how I learned it.
Yeah.
And people are like, what's the secret? I'm like,
I think vibes are so much more important, like to a language than
I don't know
just
any
textbook.
tones. People are like, you know the tones? I'm like, I just talk. That's how people talk.
I think
I don't know any tones.
The
I
way
just talk. Yeah.
It's like, because like with my fiance, he learned Chinese in a high school back in his back in America.
That must be different.
I know, right? So it's so different. So he'll be so like when he's saying things, I'll be like, what are you saying? Like huma, huba. When he's trying to say tiger mom, tiger dad.
Oh yeah.
Huma, huba.
Oh yeah, huma, huba. Okay.
Yeah, but he'll say huma, huba, and I'm like, what are you saying right now? Are you casting a spell on me?
Yeah,
like, or like
voodoo.
like trying to explain the fourth tone, where it's just like you sound like you're pissed off,
yelling.
but you can't. But if you're in a
But you
casual
can't
conversation,
yell.
don't yell.
Sure.
Like, well, I can't say the actual thing, but he was talking about his school, and he was like very like saying it aggressively, but it's only the school's name. And then he was going back. I was like, whoa, like what happened just then?
That's funny.
Or like the first tone where it's like you're just saying everything in this tone. It's just it's hard to explain.
And the questiony one is the third one, I think. Like,
that second is up, and then there's that one. Yeah, I honestly, that's one thing that I love about Taiwanese Chinese is the alphabet. I love the alphabet, like the doing.
Yeah,
I love
really
doing.
good, yeah.
It's like I think that it should be utilized more.
I didn't know that it wasn't until like recently. I'm like, why don't you just learn pu? And people are like, what's that? I'm like, that's what I learned that like 25 years ago or 20 years ago.
They're not teaching people like in outside of Taiwan.
Way better than pinyin.
I know, right? Because it's not as confusing because like there is already purposes for those specific letters.
Exactly.
So like it kind of Englishifies Chinese in a way that your brain can understand, where it's like, oh, you put phonics next to each other, and then you're like, oh, okay, I can understand like why this sound makes ba and then and then ba, and then it's like this and then this, and then you can combine it. It's much easier to understand it. Like here, I think you abandon zhuing at like 4th grade.
I believe so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it's like only 4 years.
It's so good.
Like you invented an entire alphabet for 4 years, for 4 years.
And it's really good because, well, they switch from that to memorizing every character, right? Which is the whole memorization culture, right? But when I learned it, like I learned it. So I took a course like, I don't know how, 15 or 20 years ago. I only learned that. And from that point until anytime after, I could actually, even if I didn't know the word, I could actually break the word down. I actually knew, before it was gibberish. It was like Greek or something, right? I'm like, what the hell are they talking about?
It's so inconsistent with the way that you sound out words in Chinese letters.
Yeah, for sure.
Where they're just like, oh, okay, sometimes it has letters in it that sounds like it. Sometimes it has words in it that it represents something related to it. And sometimes it just looks like that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's so, like, whatever, you man. I know enough letters where I can go on the street and know where I am and stuff like that. But if you want me to write a very professional letter, I'm just gonna be like, can I write it in English?
Yeah, for
please?
sure.
No, that's how I feel about essays. Like in junior high, I was like, can I do it in English, please? It'll be so much easier for me. With Chinese, I just also, if you aren't in a Chinese environment, you don't surround yourself with people that also speak Chinese, then you're fucked. You don't know how to you're just gonna sound really formal. You know?
I mean, it's a weird language because, for example, like I coach soccer. I did a bunch of different jobs, and with the restaurant's been like almost 20 years, right? So I have to use it a lot. So I'm forced to use it a lot. So my vocabulary is not huge, but like the chit-chatty part, that's the part you got down, right?
I mean, like
and
small
everybody,
talk.
Yeah, like everybody's like, wow, so good, right?
Yeah.
But I think if you're not forced to use it, like I have friends that have been here for longer than me, 20, 30 years.
My dad.
I don't know how his Chinese is, so I have no idea.
No, not at all. He can't speak at all.
He
can speak very little. I think he can speak as much as when I was born.
Okay.
You know?
But I think when like, for example, one of my good friends who's like my first buddy here, I hadn't seen him in like a long time, and I seen him a couple years ago, and we went out for a coffee or whatever. I'm like, hey, it's been a long time. He's a good friend of mine. I don't want to mock him, but I'm like, da mei shi, whatever, right? And he comes in. Like I remember him in our first 6 months in Taiwan when we were 23, and it's the same, and we're like mid 40s, right? He'll be like, whoa. And I'm like, no way. You're still at Wo Yao? Like, that's shocking. I'm like, what? He'd be like, Wo Yao. And it's like, I'm like, it's Wall. I'm like, it's Wall. I'm like, think of Bruce Lee, like, Wall. And they'd be like, whoa.
Whoa.
And I'm like, whoa.
Whoa, dude. Wo Yao.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it's crazy.
It's like,
shocking.
if you're not forced to learn something new, then you're not going to. Because you're just like with my dad.
Yeah.
When we were in a taxi.
I love the face when you said dad.
When we were in a taxi.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to say left, right. So he just made sound effects. He was just like, okay. And I'm just like, can you please? I'll do it. And he's just like, okay, then get another taxi. If you don't like the way that I do it, then get another taxi. I'm just like,
man. That's so funny.
Wait, do you mind if I go to the bathroom for a second?
Go ahead. No, do your thing. Yeah. I'm actually gonna throw this up here. While she goes to the bathroom, I'm going to play a little hit from our sponsor. Don't forget to get our hot sauce here.
Jesse, you're fired.
I don't even get paid.
I know. That's what makes it so hard.
And I'm your kid.
I know. It's that hot sauce you bring to work. It's salty, it's flavorless, and it stinks. Look at her. Everybody loves her. Kate uses Eddie's Cantina, the Reaper sauce. Available only at Eddie's Cantina.
Whoa! Can I try some?
No.
Get your own at Eddie's Cantina. Link is in the description below.
All right, we just made a new batch of that Reaper sauce. If you guys are interested in getting the hottest hot sauce in Taiwan, don't forget to come down to Eddie's Cantina, get your hot sauce before Chinese New Year. We're actually going to be closed for a week starting Saturday, I believe. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in art, definitely come in the description below. We have links to Claretta's Instagram, Claretta's YouTube and stuff like that. Check out her art. It's pretty awesome. And I'm actually going to ask her in a few minutes about doing some kind of collab stuff. We'll see how she reacts to that. But yeah, guys, who also wanted to thank you guys for all of the support over the years, because we are on episode 334. She's on her way back here, and I'm going to ask her about a collab. Let's see how that goes. All good. Have a seat. You're good. Have a seat. Have a seat. Take your time. Things are good.
Yep.
I was actually going to say, okay, I know, obviously, the art, you know, you've been doing it for a long time. How long does it take you? Let's look at your art first. How about that? I want to ask you, how long does it take you to create something?
It depends on the thing. Which one are you, like art piece?
Like a person. Like, let's say you want to
think,
draw a caricature or something.
Like, would it be a full body thing? Or
I
like
don't know. Up to you, like a face. Or,
a face would be about like an hour.
Okay.
A full body piece, about 3 hours.
Okay. Well, let me pull up some here. Yeah. I'm just curious.
I'm worried what
no,
you pick.
So I went through some, and I picked some that I liked. Nothing's crazy.
Because
so
like a lot of
boom. Obviously, that's the one you gave me.
That's the
first one. Right?
I made it. This is a specific character sprite, so I use for my videos, like my shorts.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of sprites, and with a bunch of different expressions, and then I don't have to keep redrawing it every video.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
So this is my character Claire, which like I used to have this thing where I'm like, do you know what a persona is?
Yeah, kind of.
So it's like the character that you use to represent yourself in your art.
Got it. Okay.
Right. So I always had that thing where I was like, oh, I'm worried about making a design for myself because I'm like, what if I change my mind? So I decided to make a character where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to make this character change whenever I change.
Yeah, of
So
course.
if I want
Your
to change
life.
it, I'm going to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay,
So,
boom. Let's
yeah.
look at the next one. Bam. I thought that this was your, like,
It used to
persona
be.
thing,
It was.
right? Okay.
I think it's more of a mascot now.
Okay.
Because I've had this character for about like
Long time.
5 years.
And it's a cool one. That's the one that I think it's still your main picture for your profile,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
She is like my main mascot. She's like one of my favorite characters that I have. Her character is very much an evil character. She's
Evil.
like a villain kind of type character that her backstory is kind of like she was created without, like was created but then became sentient but didn't want to be created, and so like she's kind of like terrorizing
Like
my
Mewtwo.
other art characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of my animations are of her, like just kind of all she really cares about is like her own entertainment, and so how she finds like fun.
Okay.
So a lot of times it involves just like pushing people to their limits and seeing like how they'll
Gotcha.
react and stuff like that.
So, like, something like that, how long would it take you? If, like a,
Okay.
let's say we grabbed the boy
So-
sitting there staring at us, and you were just like, I'm going to do one of these for you.
So notice how the second one
Oh,
looks
yeah.
exactly like the first one.
Yes.
I just flipped it over and I just changed the expression and changed the chest, and
The
then
chest, I was gonna say, yeah.
I was
Okay.
I just changed it, and I was just like, okay, that's done, because
Okay.
I just wanted to show that she could be different in different ways,
Yeah.
and because she's a shapeshifter, right? So she
Okay.
can look like anything. And then so like something like this would be much easier because she's a very simplistic character. She just has two
Gotcha.
colors.
Okay.
And I like with her face, I have drawn it so many times that honestly it doesn't even take me 5 minutes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's not like a normal thing. Like,
No.
you would-
Like
if
other
you were to
people's
grab-
characters,
Like, let's say me.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
take half an hour, an hour.
Yeah, I
Okay.
used to do like when I was 15. I
Yeah.
did like move out in Taichung
Okay.
by myself, and
Wow.
so at the time I was working for my godmother and at her art shop. And what I would do is that while I was guarding her shop, I would do like not caricatures, but like digital art pieces of other people for 100 NT. So I would
Do you
draw.
like that? Is that something you'd be into? Not really.
It pays much less than commissions because,
Okay.
like, with
That
Taiwanese
makes
rates
sense.
and
Sure.
U.S. rates, very
Understand.
different.
Understand.
Like, that would be like $3, and usually,
Yeah, that's nothing.
usually
Yeah.
in USD, like for a portrait, would be like $25.
Okay.
So, can you imagine going from like $25
Yeah,
to
of
$3?
course.
It's not
Yeah.
really worth
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
more like the experience.
Yeah, but
You
what
know
about
I mean?
like? Let me think. Because what about like if we did a collab or something? You came in and you did some art pieces, and you can make some like a caricature of people. And
I
you
mean-
do like an event.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like
It's not gonna make money for you?
It wouldn't make money for me, but it would be fun.
Okay.
like
so it's not
like
worth it
I would
financially.
like
Okay.
like I wouldn't do it full time, but maybe
No,
because
yeah.
I've done it before at a concert where I was hired by So Far Taipei.
Okay.
Do you know So Far Taipei?
I don't know.
It's okay,
What that is.
but it's they basically like in different countries they host like little concerts with other people like individual artists, and
Gotcha.
somebody hired me to I had a printer, and I would draw like scenes from
that's cool.
the concert, and then people could buy it. And
Okay.
it was pay what you want. So people could pay like 50 NT, or they could pay 100 NT, or somebody paid 1,000, where
Okay.
it's like what they want
What
to
they
financially.
interpret that it's
and it's
worth.
also because
Okay.
there's social pressure, because you'll see someone else pay like
Yeah.
500, and you'll be like, I'll put 30 NT, and just like, sure. It's like, okay.
You just need a guy like me in the front pulling out a couple thousand, being like, "Oh, hold on, drop. Let me pick up this 2,000."
But yeah, it honestly, it's important. Like stuff like that, honestly, made more money than having a set price.
Okay,
Because
yeah,
then
okay.
they can have kind of like their own interpretation of what they think the art is worth.
I think like an event like that could be good because it would. I would imagine it would attract people that
You know
like
what
this stuff.
I would rather do.
What do you want to do?
If I never did art stuff, I would love to go to like Canada Day or something and do face paints.
Okay. Oh, face painting. That's
That
easy.
I think that would be really
okay,
fun.
okay.
I think like painting like kids or adults' faces. I think that would be fun.
Next Halloween, you can come and do the Dia de los Muertos
Sure.
face paints. Okay.
I can do that. I can try.
We used to do that, but I'm so crap at art. I'm like, oh. You know what's hilarious? Last summer, I did. A friend of mine was, running a summer camp, and she's like, I need a teacher for a week. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah. I mean, it's in English. I can do it, right?
Yeah.
And then like the day before, she's like, here's the material, blah blah blah. And I'm like, it's art, and she's like, yeah, it's art. I'm like,
They didn't mention that.
I mean, she said she did, but I
You don't remember?
I don't remember stuff,
Yeah.
right? I'm just meh. And I'm like, okay, it's art. And so I brought my daughter, and my daughter's pretty artsy. She likes it. And so there was a lot of times where people would be like, teacher, I mean, how does this and this work? And I'm like, well, what do you think? And they're just like, yeah, well, I think possibly this. I'm like, that's right. You
You're
got
so
it.
right.
I'm like, you're so
How
good.
did you
How
know
did
that?
You're
That's
so smart. You're a
crazy.
genius. You're a genius.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Aliyah, come here. I'm like, hey, tell her how to fix this. And they're just like, and they're like, hey, this is great. And everybody was happy. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it was fine. But
Yeah. At least it wasn't like some prestigious like camp
no,
or something
I was
like
just
that.
like, oh my God, art.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of the things I'm the worst at. Right?
Yeah.
Art, maybe math. Yeah. But it is what it is.
Honestly, I'm surprised because usually it's people that are good at math that hate art, and people that are good at art and hate math.
yeah,
So,
not good at
what
either.
what is something that you are very passionate about? Food?
Food is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that I'm very introverted, but the communication thing is also
Mm-hmm.
something that I really like because
The art
most
of
conflicts,
socialization.
yeah, like so many conflicts can be resolved just by talking,
yeah.
right? But what happens is people get mad, they don't know how to express things, and then they lose it,
Yeah.
right? And then they hurt somebody, and then this person raises the bar, and then this person raises it, and then it becomes this
Yeah,
like
competition.
world war
Yeah.
almost, right? Like which is probably what happens with wars, right?
I mean, yeah, it's like a miscommunication
like
between
somebody
governments.
stepped on, pissed off the
Yeah.
China guy, or the China guy pissed off Trump or something,
Yeah.
and then it's like, whoa, hopefully it doesn't happen, but like somebody pisses off somebody, and then they're just like, no, that's,
Yeah.
don't
It's also
step
like a
on my
bunch of like
toes.
mites. It's like, oh, they might do this or I might do that, so they have to
Yeah.
prepare everything, and it's
so-
like
yeah, it's all
nothing
that
has
stuff
actually happened
all that
yet,
stuff
and
is
it's
so dumb.
Yeah.
All that stuff is so dumb.
I know.
Bam, let's check that one out.
Okay, so this
That's a cool
is
picture.
this is portraits of one of my favorite video games, Stardew Valley, when they
Ooh,
got
I've
a
heard of that.
update.
Okay.
You know Stardew Valley?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had a update in 1.6 where everyone got winter outfits.
Nice.
So this was really cute, where everyone was freaking out about like their favorite characters, especially the blonde one. He usually has like Goku hair.
Oh, really?
Like
Ooh,
really like
love
Super
Goku.
Saiyan hair.
Yeah.
And now in the winter his hair's all down, so everyone was really excited.
Oh.
And also like Stardew Valley, I was so into Stardew Valley, but like the creator of Stardew Valley, funnily enough, is going to be releasing a new update in 1.7, which is like in a few months, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're going to drop new marriage candidates, and everyone's excited. They haven't dropped new candidates in I
Marriage
think
candidates.
7
Okay.
years.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
very, very exciting. Like he is an indie developer who basically funded everything by himself.
That's cool.
And
That's
his
respect.
girlfriend had to stand by him for like almost 10 years.
That's
Not like living in their parents' house.
That's
not
crazy.
making any money. Like you really have to believe in a project like
You really
that.
do, yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
to stand by somebody.
That's tough. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a few stories like that, but there's mostly stories that
Of
people
failures.
left. Failures, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's definitely very difficult.
Failure
I
is yeah, it's
think.
kind of crazy.
I mean, like that's why I can't. I've had attempts where I make video games or like
Yep.
comics and stuff, but ultimately it's really important for me to be able to sustain myself and
Of
also do
course.
things that I love.
Yeah.
So like I can't really make something like I remember my fiance asked me like, oh, would you be willing to collaborate with me and make a comic book? And I'm like, we probably can't do that because it's not going to make any money until 3 years, and we don't even know if it's going to make it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Right?
It's tough.
And it's like being like with commissions, it's so much easier because it's like you can actually visually see what is coming in and when it's coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
like,
I understand 100%.
Yeah. It's difficult though because like it would be so fun. It would be so fun to make a video game. It would be so
you got to mix the fun stuff and the money stuff, right? Like I know, for example, like I love this. I love YouTube. I love doing the podcast. I love sharing these stories. I don't make hardly anything on this channel, right? But a lot of the big YouTubers that come in, I mean, that's like their full-time job, so they have to make money, and like they make, pretty good money, 50,000, 60,000 into a month or whatever, maybe 100,000, but they got to go out and be like, oh, chou tofu, how churro, and it's like people like if you do that, you don't make money. I'm like,
it's
I'm
like,
not doing that.
but I Taiwan.
It's
and it's
that,
like,
right? Yeah.
it's like, but like, sure,
know.
if you really Taiwan, then
I do.
sure. I know, but I'm just
honestly
saying,
do,
like
but
the
it's crazy.
YouTubers, like their entire, like.
That's the whole shtick.
It's like a lot of YouTubers where it's just like that's why I never really centric my YouTube content around like Taiwan and stuff like that. Where it's like. Because if you center it around Taiwan, you have to either talk about politics, or you have to be like all like.
Oh, you can't say China. You can't say this.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I also think that a lot of I actually do have I think like a 5% of my audience is Taiwanese.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where I had like people being like, oh, I didn't even know that you were Taiwanese, and I was Taiwanese, and I'm like, stuff like that, which was like interesting. But I don't think I would ever do like openly like only Chinese content because there's just not much of an audience for
Sure,
that.
understand that. Yeah. I like. I don't say it all the time, but I do. I've been here for like half my life, right? Most of on my adult life, I've been here. I do like it. I have my restaurant, right? Yeah. No, but I mean, like, I'm talking about
I know.
Guys that'll come here for like a year and they'll be like, oh, chou tofu.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is great. So
Poser.
I can't do that. I mean, and I just feel, I don't know. I know a lot of my friends, and when I talk to them, they're like, this is how we make our living. I'm like, okay, it's like acting. It's fine. It's good, right? But for me, like, the restaurant, like, so they'll be like, oh, I made 30,000 on YouTube a month. I'm like, I have to make 35 a day here to make zero.
Yeah.
Like I can't, like, I make like 10,000 NT like a year on YouTube,
I mean, like
nothing.
That's why.
But I love what I'm doing, and I get to have these great chats, and I get to bring people in that have a cool story. So I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like it's a balance, right?
Yeah.
Like you have
gotta
to
love it. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I think a lot of people do like YouTube is because they're able to like make money and then fund themselves into like their enjoyment. So it's like they don't have to invest so much into everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's
if you
like,
can do both things together, that's the best.
Yeah. Like
tough.
It's
tough,
the same
but
with me, where it's like rent is so high in Taipei, where it's like
For sure it
I
is.
make so much money, and then I'm like, oh, wow, I've done like 7 animations this month. I was like, oh, I can pay the rent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, cool,
right?
I can pay like partially the rent, not even fully the rent.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
it's like great. So I have to do even more just to pay the rent.
It's funny when the restaurant was like, because sometimes the restaurant's up and down. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes there's no money, right?
Yeah.
It's like any business, right? And there'd be days where, I would do like a camp, summer camp or whatever, and people are like, wow, the 墨西哥老板, you must really love this, doing teaching and all that. I'm like, oh yeah, I love it. I love paying the rent too. So got to pay that, so it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
I've had people where they're just
You
like,
love it.
how are you so motivated to make so much art? And I'm like, or I'm gonna be evicted.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to make money. Got to pay the bills.
I like living. I like eating.
I'm like, I got to pay my kids jujitsu. I got to pay stuff. So
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? I think did we hit this one yet? No, this is the one.
This
Yeah.
was okay. So
This is the hair, right?
Yeah,
You've got the same hair.
This was before I dyed my hair
Okay.
fully pink.
Yeah.
Because I just had the split dye, and I was like, what kind of hair am I going to do next? And I always plan these elaborate ideas, and I always just go back
love
to
it.
fully pink. Like this one was like a idea for like a sunset hairstyle, but the thing is, it washes out so easily.
Oh, really?
Like with white and orange. With a pink, it has blue and red, so it like really goes into your hair and it
Gotcha.
stays there for much longer.
Makes sense.
But with orange and white, it was just not a good idea. I just went fully pink again.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's my fiance.
There
Hey,
he
honey.
is. There he is. Hi, hey.
But yeah, so
looks great.
I make these because it's also a part of my brand.
That looks like you. It's you, right?
Yeah, it is me. It is me.
you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So I always like do plan out my hair before I get it done to kind of see what it's gonna look like, because I like to draw things that also look like me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
especially.
that looks just like you. Yeah.
But yeah, other than the
Well, the
bulbous,
nose, yeah.
That's like part of my. It's so interesting being an artist online, because specifically the reason why I did that clown nose was because of an artist that I used to follow. I've been following for a long time, and recently they followed me back and we become
That's
friends.
awesome.
Which is
Yeah.
like, it's like the whole reason my brand is this way is
So
because
cool.
of you. And
That's
I
so cool.
I don't want to be creepy and be like, wow, you inspired me to be this way, but like they're my age.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like.
That's awesome.
I know.
I love
It's so
that.
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a few more.
Okay.
Bam.
This one is my big six
Okay.
cast. My main mascot characters
Yep.
goes from Yaj, the green one,
Okay.
Yaj, Joy, Claire, Lorelai, 06, and Toto the cat.
Okay.
Toto the cat gets a lot of love because he just looks so pathetic.
Okay.
Like he's supposed to look like a cat, but like he looks like a sad piece of toast most of the time.
Okay.
And I think I like a lot of my characters I wouldn't say encapsulates like me as a person, but it's kind of like how I process my day to day
Yep.
through art. So like with these characters, when I'm creating them, like stuff like with Joy, I made her kind of as like the author of 06,
Okay.
or like the person that created 06,
Gotcha.
but is kind of like tormented by 06 the most, because she created
Okay.
it. And then there's me, myself, and then Yaj, which is like I think a much more destructive, like cooler version of me.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if that's
Alright.
like I think
Yeah.
like it's like me if I didn't have self-preservation,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I
in
understand.
like in kind of the opposite way. It's like the reason why I'm not as not interesting, but like as cool as that is because I have the idea of my own self-preservation and my own like with that character. I've kind of almost, it's kind of like an alternative to my other characters, where it's like the opposite of like
Okay.
a lot of my characters. Like a lot of the colors are actually inverted to what my actual colors are. So if you change the color, you'll be able to see the original colors is like the other side. But
Okay.
it started off as that way, but Yaj is now more of her own character, where it's like she is a very self-destructive, kind of like happy-go-lucky character, where it's just like,
Gotcha.
who cares about like the future? Let's just have fun now.
Got it.
Like, and so having a character like that.
Everybody has a little bit of that
Yeah.
in them, right?
So having
Yep.
kind of like personifying that, where you're able to kind of express like parts of yourself that you can't really do in real life.
Gotcha. Yeah,
And
of
able
course.
to like express kind of your outlets, and being like, oh, I would be so cool if I was like that. It's like similar to like stuff like drinking and smoking. Yeah, it looks really cool, but it's not very like,
I mean,
you know.
yeah. I think the drinking and smoking thing when you're younger, maybe it feels cool.
I mean, but I'm saying
yeah,
like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
visually,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of the times, like
James Dean
yeah.
with like the cigarette,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
he
think
looks
it's
super
so
cool. Yeah.
romanticized in the idea,
Yeah.
but like the aftermath and the
Yeah.
addiction and everything
Gotcha.
doesn't feel good at all. So it's like having that outlet of being able to draw like something that you would want to experience in theory.
Gotcha.
But you like in real life you would never want to go do those things.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Bam.
That
I gotta
is
have that.
him right there.
It's right there. Yeah, that's
Yes.
why when I saw this, I thought like maybe we could do an event. We could get a bunch of people in, and you could do if it would help you. If it doesn't help you, then
I mean,
no
it would be
need.
fun. It would be fun to
Yeah,
do.
I mean, I would like to help you.
I mean, I remember seeing like
That
a
looked-
social media post where it was
Yeah.
like
So cool.
it
yeah.
was saying like they had a photo booth, like it was like a photo booth, and you would sit in front of the photo booth, and then people would draw you, and then send the drawing out, like in the box.
Yeah, sure.
Like
sure.
I think that would be really cute.
That would be. But I don't know how much work that is. It looks like a lot of work to a non-artist.
Not really. I mean, like
Yeah.
this sketch probably took like what 30 minutes.
Okay. No, that's.
But if you did a really simple one, it could take like 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay. Then,
you know what I mean?
then it could be worth it.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna sit there for 3 hours
Yeah.
on one person, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
like with rendering and with shading and all that. So
Okay. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. My gosh, we went on for a long time. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I still have so many more questions, but I don't know. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about before we call? We'll do another episode in the
Yeah,
future, I
sure.
think, because you're good at this.
So
yeah.
recently I've been doing more stuff on like commission based. I've been
Beautiful. Tell me
almost
about that.
rarely doing like video stuff anymore because it seems that video wise, YouTube hasn't been really pushing that out to people.
Yeah.
So it actually I make much more money doing like one-to-one commissions where it's
You
like
need to eat the cho tofu and then they'll push it out. Yeah.
well, basically like YouTubers will commission me to animate like their funny moments. And they'll hire me like based on like how many
It's okay. You're good.
how many like characters are in it and or like how complex the background is, and
That's awesome.
they'll play like FNAF or something like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'll
I love
animate
that,
them
yeah.
and their friends.
You watch the movies?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay.
I don't know. Recently, I've been on a binge of like just not watching anything.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't want to cut you off. I'm just because
Yeah.
I like FNAF and I have
Yeah,
my daughter.
yeah,
My
yeah,
daughter as well. Yeah. she
I've been
likes it.
following all the games like since I was very little. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's like I've also been doing like stuff like animations for YouTubers to upload to their channels. So I don't
Okay.
really upload it to my channel, or I'll
Gotcha.
upload it into my channel memberships, so people will be able to see it.
Nice.
Like if they subscribe.
Yeah.
If I personally don't, I'm like. I kind of want to focus on my channel of doing stuff more personal to me, so people don't look at my channel and be like, oh, there are so many characters, I can't really follow who it
Gotcha.
is. So I've been doing more of that, and honestly, it's been more sustainable for me.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because it's like,
you
for
gotta find the
example,
stuff that pays the bills. You
mean, yeah.
gotta do it for sure. For
yeah,
sure.
but it is like,
and you still like it.
yeah, I do.
So that's.
I mean,
that's
it's
good.
it's
one of these, right? It's one of these. Yeah.
it's
Okay.
it's very much like it's sad because I want to do things where it's like my content, but I wish my content made money, but
That's tough.
yeah.
That's
It's
tough.
like a balance, right? You have to do like stuff that makes money and then stuff you enjoy.
And then you got to go to the night market and
And then you have
pretend
to
you
eat the
like
cho
stinky
tofu.
right?
You know,
And
you
be
have
like,
to.
It's delicious.
You have to be the I Taiwan,
Well,
I
yeah,
cho
yeah.
tofu. You know, like those
Yeah.
YouTubers where they go out there like, the store clerk was so shocked that they spoke
ugh.
fluent English.
Yeah.
It's like.
I know. It's like
It's just
awesome.
so-
Yeah, those are for me. Those are so like overdone and they're horrible, but they get views and people like it. So it's crazy.
People love seeing the reaction content, right?
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I if everything goes to shit, I mean, I guess I'd love cho tofu.
You could be. If anything goes to shit, you'll see us.
We'll love cho tofu,
Yeah.
and we'll go to stores
We'll go
where
there and be
we'll
like,
speak perfect
"Oh,"
Chinese, and
yeah.
then the clerks will be like, "哇，你的中文好好。
你讲中文讲得这么好，And I'm just
妹妹。
like, yeah, and you're just like, oh,
It's like-
blah, you know,
I mean, honestly, like I always say that
Yeah.
because like my Chinese should be
Yeah.
so much better
Yeah.
than it is. It's actually really shit compared to like a lot of people that have grown up here. Like it should be much better, and they'll be like, "Wow, it's so good." I'm like, "It's actually not. Like it should be so much better." I just like.
I know what you mean. Like
Yeah.
I've been here for 20 years. Like it's
But
decent.
you didn't
but
grow
I'm-
up here though. Like
Yeah, I know what you mean. But funnily enough, like I'm very comfortable because I have to use it. So I have to use my Chinese a lot. So I'm really comfortable with it.
yeah.
I grew up speaking Spanish and I almost never use it. So now my Spanish it's like buried under mediocre Chinese, and it's just like
Yeah. I mean, when you're
It's so
trilingual,
choppy.
that's, yeah,
It's so
you have so
choppy.
many things to balance.
Yeah.
You have to use it or you lose it, you know?
Yeah, and then and the Spanish that I speak with my family in Mexico, it's like I have to say it's like a very ghetto Spanish. It's like a very like
Slang.
it's very slang, but it's very like everybody's just busting each other's balls all the time. It's just like all it is insult each other, and then people that come here to eat, it's like. The head of the Air Force of, Colombia or what. I'm not going to
Yeah,
be
you
like, what's up,
bust,
pussy?
like, yeah.
You can't say anything.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
yeah, So it's very, like, the Spanish that I use is very, I like to say it's like ghetto Spanish, but I
mean,
don't know.
it's like conversational, right?
Yes,
It's like I always get really nervous when I have to go and like do paperwork in Chinese. I'm just like,
forget it. I don't
I'm just
do
gonna I pretend like I don't know. Can I do the English form, please?
Yeah.
Like I can't understand any of it. Where like especially with my fiance, where he's doing like school, and he'd be like, can you help me like with this website? I'm like, I have no idea what
Not
this
at
says.
all.
I'm so
Not at
sorry.
all. Yeah.
I only know like if we have like in a conversation, we'll be able to use the words, then I'll understand what it is.
Just
You know what I mean?
if all goes to to shit, just be like, whoa, yeah.
Chou tofu.
Whoa. But you know what's hilarious? Sometimes I get like Americans that'll come in that just come to Taiwan, and I'll be at the door and be like, oh, just yourself? Do you want to sit at the bar, or do you want a low table, high table, booth? And they'll be like, they'll look at me and they'll be like, wall. I'm like, I just spoke English to you, dude. And Yi-Wei. And I'm like, do you want us at the bar, or do you want a low one, or? And they'll be like, Dway.
Yes.
I'm like, all right, man. If you want to practice, then
Yes.
we can practice. It's
But like
weird,
with you, it's
but
very
yeah.
specific because like
I
you don't
know.
look Taiwanese at
I
all.
don't think so, but I get it once in a while. Yeah,
You know.
it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I've had that experience like where, like older Taiwanese people will try to practice their English on me.
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I would sit at a mosque, and then people like there's this old man walking in with a cane, being like,
Yeah.
"Good evening," and I'm like,
I still get that
I know,
sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like. And they're like, oh, okay.
Where are you from?
Or like the grandpa asking me if I was a mixed breed.
Mixed breed.
Yes, and I was like, oh no,
Cool.
we say mixed kid, and they're like, no, it's mixed breed.
You're a mixed breed.
And
You're
I'm
a
like,
dog,
I don't,
apparently.
and we only use that for
Yeah.
dogs, and they're like, no, you're wrong. And I'm like,
Okay.
well,
All
fuck me,
right.
I guess. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I- My dad still brings it up. It happened like
Mixed
7 years
breed,
ago, and
huh?
I just like,
What's mixed breed in Chinese? I've never heard that before.
混血.
混血.
But
Okay,
it's the
okay.
same word.
It's the same word, right?
Yeah.
That sounds okay.
But
yeah.
like, it's like, I guess with mixed kid would be like 混血儿.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
Like with the-
yeah, I
like
guess that
混血
makes sense. Yeah.
Or like the word like 你混哪里的 is really funny because 你混哪里, the word is kind of like saying like what gang are you part of?
Oh, that okay.
Like what gang are you a part of? So but it's also asking you where are you mixed with?
Okay.
So like whenever people ask you like 你混哪里的, it sounds really
Okay.
like
I
aggressive.
never heard that one,
But
so
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like they mean to say like where are you mixed with?
Yeah.
But it sounds really aggressive. It's like 你混哪里的? It's like huh?
That's
混哪里?
It's funny because I got a couple of good stories here. So like, I remember I took my daughter and my wife. I can't remember where, down south somewhere, and Tianmu you won't get it, but if you go somewhere else, they'll be like, oh, Waigoran, right? And so the kids would be like, Waigoran, and my daughter was like 5, and she was just like, it's not Waigoran, that's my dad. and they're just like, huh? It's like, that's not Waigoran, that's my dad. And everybody was like, what? It was the confusion on everybody's face was like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's not an alien or whatever. That's
Yeah.
also my dad. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's so funny. And I remember that, my daughter, it's hilarious because she will, if I take her out,
Mm-hmm.
people, I mean, they'll speak Chinese to me. And then, my Chinese is decent. Hers is way better, obviously, right? And then they'll be like, oh, Mei Mei, hui jiang zhong mama. And she's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, And,
No.
I'm like, she speaks Chinese actually way better than me.
They
And they're like,
assume
"Whoa."
that you have better Chinese.
Yeah, which is weird.
Why? Do
I
they
don't know.
think you look Asian?
I don't know. Some people think that. And then but then if she's with my wife, they just think she's like fully Taiwanese and they speak Chinese to her.
That's so
And then
strange.
they're like, oh, she speaks English? Wow. She gets like a really weird
I
mix.
guess it's like when you put a specific color next to a color, it looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's
lighter
probably what
or
it is.
something. When it's like
Yeah.
next to you, she looks more foreign, I guess.
It's so weird. Yeah.
I mean, like for me,
Yeah.
I've always just been perceived as white.
okay,
For
really?
in every situation, every Taiwanese thinks I'm white.
Really? Okay.
They do
okay.
not assume anything else.
No mix, just white.
Like
Okay.
no, they only think I'm white. They are always like, wow, 你的中文好好哦。
很
然后我说
棒哦很棒
当然啊，
啊
我在这边长大，但是
Yeah. 很棒哦 very good.
对
you're just yeah. Okay,
at some
thank
point I
you.
just had to stop responding to it. I'm just like, but also I mean I think it's because I used to have like brown hair, I guess.
Okay,
And
yeah.
like I have very, I don't know, white features and I'm very pale.
Okay, yeah.
I think like, so people always assume that, but I also get that privilege of like people always assume I'm stupid because I'm foreigner, so they'll be like,
I get that too.
They're very
"Why
they're
we're
they're
not?"
very like no they'll be very like slow with me. They'll explain things over and over, but if I explain that I'm a Taiwanese, they're like, oh, just do everything yourself. Like,
Yeah. Well, for me, my wife is Taiwanese, so anytime we do anything, they're like, get out of here. We don't care if you speak Chinese. We need to talk to the boss. I'm like, well, that's weird, but okay. Yeah.
It's definitely well, it's also, it depends on what kind of environment you're in, because like in Taidong, like you were speaking of, like they aren't very, like, a lot of them haven't even seen like a lot of white people.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
So like for them, I remember actually I visited my sister the other day, and when I went to her school to pick her up, like my sister was like, oh yeah, the pink one's my sister. It's just like, okay, the pink one.
You're like, oh, the pink one.
The
That's
pink
so
one.
funny.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think like that's one of the reasons why I dyed my hair, was because I was like giving them an actual reason to look at me.
Okay.
Because if I don't like dye my hair, then they're just staring at me to be like creepy. But if I dye my hair, I'm like, yeah, I chose this. You know what I mean?
So the first job that I had, I was teaching kindergarten one time, and you know, we would go to the park across the street with the kids, you know, during playtime, and there was this old dude. Maybe I think I was like 23. He was probably, I mean, I guess not old, in his 50s, so that's old. So sitting on the bench, right? He's just staring at me. And before we left, he comes like right up to me, like literally like right in my face. And he goes, "Your eyes are so beautiful." In English, right?
Perfect English.
Yeah, perfect English. And I'm just like, okay.
Are we gonna fuck or?
Thank you. Totally like, thank you. I gotta go now. Bye. And I talked to the lady.
If you were Taiwanese, that would have been so creepy.
It is, because you were just mentioning creepy, and I'm like, that's super creepy. So,
yeah.
So basically, I talked to my Chinese teacher, right, the assistant, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck's going on with this dude? Like, and she's just like, what happened? And I told her, and I'm like, this guy comes like right in my face and tells me how beautiful my eyes are, and she's just like, oh, he's just giving you a compliment. And I'm like, but
it's creepy.
Of course, yeah.
You don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Like you.
Exactly right.
It's like, oh wow, you look handsome, or you look pretty.
Yeah,
like.
He's just like literally like right, and I'm just like, okay, cool. And I'm like, I'm new here, so I'm not sure. I'm like, is this dude gay or what's going on here? Is he hitting on me?
They kind of treat
what's happening,
like,
right?
Like foreigners, like they're not like
not people.
Yeah, but
They're
like
just
not
like
in a derogatory way. A lot of times, it's like an alien species.
Sure,
you know what I mean? And it's like I remember having like grandmas walk up to me and start to ask my entire life.
Yeah.
Like about like where my parents work, or like if I brush my teeth, what kind of clothes I wear.
Do you brush your teeth?
But it's like it's like
weird,
they would never ask that of a Taiwanese
Yeah, of course.
Right? They would but they think that it's because it's a foreigner. They're like, oh, their social cultures are different than us probably, so it's fine to ask.
It's crazy. It's crazy because my Chinese teacher, her name was Angela. She's like, no, he's just giving you a compliment. I'm like, okay, is that like normal? Like dudes do that to other dudes here? And I'm like, is he gay or what's going on? And she's like, no, he lives down the street there. He's got a wife. He's got kids. No, he's totally like, he's just giving you a compliment. And I thought,
but
whoa.
Like a very strange one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean weird things happen here.
Yeah.
But that was like my first one.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like.
Imagine if you did that to a girl. You'd be like, that's pretty bad.
I think it's definitely how you perceive the attention, because my dad doesn't care. I mean,
now and I've been here for a long time.
But like, I think like with my godfather, he is like his Chinese is very, very good, like even better than mine.
Okay.
But like he will be complimented on the fact that he has membership at 7-Eleven. And then they're like, 哇，你有会员? And he's like, 对，当然有啊。就是 it's like 没有那么就是奇怪. It's like, why are you complimenting me on something that's like every person can do?
That's
it's like,
crazy.
But it's like for my dad, he doesn't mind. Or like for my fiance, because he's ginger. Like I've had people where
sure,
like,
of course, yeah.
So like I've had people like, we go into a family mart and they're like filming him.
Would they touch his hair?
Yeah.
Because I've had that before where I've had friends like my Jewish buddy, he had like super hairy arms, and people would just like rub the hair on his arms and be like, and I'm just like, ew, imagine doing that anywhere else. I mean, he doesn't care because he whatever.
Yeah, but like
it's crazy.
That's
or black friends where they'd be like,
Oh,
oh my
yeah.
God, or blonde friends where they'd be like, oh my gosh, and
Yeah.
the girl's just like,
that it's like being tugged on a leash.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
as a kid, they're just like
Yeah.
they wouldn't believe me that I didn't dye my hair.
okay.
Like when I had brown hair. And so then I dyed my hair. So now they can be like, "Did you
Yeah,
dye?"
like-
I'm like, "No."
Yeah, you'd be
This is
like,
all
I got-
natural, pink.
We are an alien species after
yeah.
all, right?
It's. I think that's why I think I've made like to dye my hair and
Mm-hmm.
like do these things. Like when they ask me about my hair, I can actually give them an answer and be like, "Oh my God, I love your hair," and it's like that's like an actual thing that I can like respond to, instead of like them being like, "Oh my God, your hair, where did you get it?" And I'm like, "I was born with it. I don't
Yeah.
know what you want me to say to that."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Too funny.
It's like I said, I've had people film him at a family mart
Yeah, I can
singing Ed
imagine.
Sheeran at him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I know,
Okay.
like just a group of guys, and it's just, like so disrespectful. It's like
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
even supposed to film in a family mart. Like they have things like you can't even take selfies, and
Oh, really?
you can't even film
Yeah.
anymore in family marts specifically for that reason. Where streamers, like they would go into places and then be really loud and stuff like that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I live in like my own little bubble. I'm, like, I'm pretty happy. Yeah,
It was just one time I was taking picture
Yeah.
of a bread in 7-Eleven. They're like, you have to like delete that, and I'm like,
Of bread?
yeah.
It's
It's
really?
like, you can't take pictures in here. I was like, okay.
That's
I
crazy.
guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but like, that girl that was in Taiwan who got like stalked, right? Like, she was like live streaming.
Like a live stream Korean
yeah,
girl
yeah.
or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was one of the reasons it's like that.
I think that's common, right? People like live streaming girls walking around. That's tough. That's
so,
a tough one.
So
yeah.
nowadays, like to not attract like a lot of noise and stuff like
Yeah.
that, they're just not allowed like stuff like that like in their own.
That's tough.
Yeah.
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 Because then you got like I Show Speed, who's like the
Yeah,
biggest streamer ever, but he's a dude. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I mean,
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like specifically like
Because guys
restaurants and stuff.
guys get creepy, right? Guys are gonna
Yeah.
be creepy and send
like
creepy
stream
pictures
snipe,
and
like
stuff. Yeah.
stream sniping and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and like.
Yeah.
Dude, so like I'm into VTubing and stuff like that, and then there was these twin girls who like live stream together. They mentioned a place they get donuts at, and people were going there and licking the seats.
Oh God, what?
I know. Yeah, and so they set up signs being like, "Please do not lick
Please
the
don't
seats."
lick our seats. Wow,
Yeah.
that's but
I know.
But I feel like that's like I was saying, social and you got to have communication skills. A lot of these guys, they must be just like hiding in the room all day. I don't know. This is weird. That's
I
weird.
don't know.
I don't know what they're doing, but that's
It's
weird.
hyper parasocial relationships.
It's really weird. That's weird.
It's like having the like with VTubing communities, it is almost everything is built on some level of a parasocial relationship, and it is like comparatively like what level it is.
No.
Like a lot of them, like there's a thing called a unicorn. A unicorn, which is they don't watch a live streamer if they've interacted with a man ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I know this girl who has a massive YouTube channel. She still has it, but she doesn't really do anything with it. She was teaching Chinese. Beautiful, like beautiful. How did I meet her? Anyway, I met her through YouTube and I interviewed her and stuff. And usually I ask people like, what, is there something you want to make sure that I avoid? And she's like, don't mention that, I have a fiance, or don't mention that
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend. Don't mention anything about male anything on my end. I'm like, and I'm just like, why not?
Yeah, because that's a
And
big.
they're like, because all the people that buy classes from her and watch her stuff and want to learn Chinese from her are just like
This
dudes
fantasy.
that fantasy guys,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
just like, oh,
where
I
they're
wanna
like, they
screw my
actually
Chinese
hate
teacher.
they actually hate women,
Yeah.
but then they'll
Yeah.
do these things where they're like, I'm able to interact with a woman
Yeah.
in this parasocial relationship.
I can pay money and she'll talk to me.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
that's
I mean,
crazy.
like especially like VTubing cultures, like
Yeah.
a big part of the like companies and stuff like that. It's like to prey on that part of like lonely men and lonely.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
lonely women.
because I do a lot of reading and with sales and marketing because I have to, right? I
Yeah.
have to be like on top of everything, and it's like the top thing. Like, there was 5 things. I believe the top one by far was male lust. Like the top by far. Like they'll just like look at what is that thing? OnlyFans. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That stuff is crazy. Like how lonely are these dudes?
I mean,
that's crazy.
It's
I don't know.
because like there was this like we call this like the GFE, which is like the girlfriend experience, where they role play as your girlfriend.
Oh, jeez.
And like if you say, oh, I'm gonna go watch another streamer, they'll like freak out and be like, you can only watch me, da da da, like stuff like that. And then like, so she was like an insane girl. There was this person called Rusia, and she actually like had to leave her company because while she was playing a game, another male YouTuber texted her like, oh, I'm coming home, sweetie.
Okay.
And then people started freaking out because her entire brand is to be your girlfriend.
Just your girlfriend.
Right. And so then people were like, and then she started panicking.
Canceled.
And then she started leaking her information to drama channels to prove her innocence, but then ended up leaking company information.
Oh,
so she
shoot.
got fired from her company. And then I think like last year she got exposed for actually being abusive towards her husband.
Wow.
And everyone was like, well, obviously that is very expected with the way that she's like crazy on stream. It wasn't that surprising.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
I've been here for a while. I've met some crazy.
But what she would do is that she would sell merchandise like marriage rings, so you could pretend to be married to the streamer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I
It's
bet you
like-
that made bank too.
I know.
Man. I
Yeah.
don't want to say, but that's pretty. That's bad.
I mean, yeah,
That's ridiculous.
It's a big part of like Japanese VTubing culture
That's
is
crazy.
to prey on these parasocial relationships people have
crazy.
like
Oh my
between
God.
each other. Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're gonna have to call it here because I want to make sure you guys can chill. It's been an hour and almost 40 minutes. That's
Okay.
crazy. But let's do it again sometime.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a good time. We
I'll-
didn't even get to go deep into the stuff I wanted to go into. It was just a great chat. What do you want to drop before
I
we
was
go?
gonna say
Right
this is my
into this
outro.
one. Right there.
You can find me as Claretta on everything, and if you can't find me, don't. You have to shut the thing out.
All right, boom.
Thank you everybody for watching Eddie's show. We feel only happiness, don't feel any sorrow. Welcome everybody to watch more on his content. Eddie Live Podcast. Eddie Live Podcast.